Hey Katie. I'm having a party, Super Bowl party at my house on Sunday in a couple of weeks. Would you like to come over?
Okay. But I have absolutely no idea what a Super Bowl is.
Well, the Super Bowl is a big sporting event and we have it once a year. But it's okay if you don't know anything about American football because actually, the Super Bowl is kind of like our unofficial holiday.
Okay.
Yeah. So what happens is everybody comes over to somebody's house, and you have a big party and you watch the game, but nobody really watches the game. There's lots of other stuff going on, so it should be good.
Do you have like Super Bowl food that you eat?
Exactly. Exactly, so it's kind of like a big feast. So we shall have, like hamburgers and stuff, we shall barbecue. And we shall have lots of like chips and dip and stuff like that. So you don't have to bring any food, but it's potluck. So if you do want to bring something, yeah, I would recommend it.
Do you have to be like a supporter of one of the teams in the final?
No. And actually, the game is not for a couple of weeks, so we don't know who the two final teams are going to be.
All right.
They still have to decide, but actually, there's a bunch of things that have nothing to do with football on the Super Bowl that you will probably like. The first is, they have the halftime show. You may have heard about the Super Bowl halftime show.
Okay.
You like music, right?
I love music.
Right. So they always have a really big musical act. And actually this year, I don't remember who it is. I shall have to check, but it's usually somebody like Bruno Mars or somebody like that.
I think last year it was Katy Perry, was it not?
It might have been. Yeah. But it's always a really, really big person. Another thing that's really cool about the Super Bowl is the commercials. So the commercials, the companies spend a lot of money on the commercials, and they're usually really good. So the commercials, the people are often more into the commercials than the game.
Okay.
Especially if one team is if it's a lopsided win. So yeah, so the commercials are fun.
What kind of commercials do they have?
Like companies like Pepsi or Coke or like really big name companies.
So the really big ones.
Yeah. They will spend like millions and millions of dollars. These are usually the most expensive commercials because it's one local game and one local audience. Like the World Cup is a more watched event, but the commercials are regional for all the different countries, whereas the Super Bowl, the commercials are just for Americans.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are usually the most expensive commercials like around the world. So they are usually really well done.
Is it just American teams in the Super Bowl?
Yes, it's very, Americanized name, I would say. But, like I said, the game is really not that important. But there is one way that you can make money.
Okay. I'm interested.
So what happens is, we have like a pool and you can draw numbers. And like you don't have to know anything about football, but you can have like, draw numbers for the first person to score a touchdown, or the first player to get a penalty, or things like that. And you just fill out the chart, and then if your player gets that, then you can get money. So you have to contribute. You have to pay like $10 to play. But then it's in the pool, and then you could win money at different points during the game.
Have you ever won at the Super Bowl before?
Yeah. It's kind of like how it works out where everybody wins a little money and everybody loses a little money. So, gambling technically is illegal, but…
Of course.
Yeah. But it's like just one of those things that everybody does.
It's not for big money.
No.
Just a little bit of money.
Just a little bit of money.
So it's okay.
Just to have fun. Yeah. So, and then, once I find out what teams are in the finals, then I shall tell you about the colors. And it's usually best that you choose one team that you are going to support.
Okay.
So I shall fill you in about who the teams are later and all that.
Right.
So are you willing to come?
Yeah. Sounds like fun.
Okay, cool.
I'm in.
All right. So it's going to be at my house at 3 o'clock. So if you can show up around 2 o'clock-ish.
Should I bring some food?
You can. Like you can bring some type of maybe salad or like a bean dish or something like that if you like. But we shall, like the main food, we shall provide. We shall have pizza. We shall have burgers.
Okay.
So if you want to drink, you have to bring your own alcohol.
All right.
But we will have some beers and stuff. Do you drink?
Sometimes.
Okay, cool.
Like tenths of the time.
All right. So see you there. Glad you can come.
No worries.